This is Professor Tennant. I wanted to help everybody to get their portfolio online with a Behance profile. It's easy to do, it's for free. You can sign up with Adobe. I wanted to get to this benefits of a free Creative Cloud membership. You can check it out for yourself. You can get some apps for iOS and for Android, storage space, things like that. But what we mainly want to do is be able to get a portfolio going for your artwork or your digital designs or what have you for creative work to be able to show online. And so if we go to the Behance website, www.behance.net, this is the interface. And once you have signed up for an Adobe ID, if you don't have one, this sign-in will direct you to create a new Adobe ID or an account. And again, it is for free, and there's some benefits to it. So Behance is one of them. Once you have signed in, like I am signed in, and you'll have a Behance profile. Now, nothing will be there. It just would be your name, and then most of the rest of it will be blank. You can add a banner image, and of course it tells you right here how large your banner image may need to be. And a profile, you can add a picture, and there's some basic information that you can put in here, plus a few different areas of expertise or whatever it is that you want to show. So first of all, once you get into your profile area, you want to edit, and you can add things like, you're a student, or you are an illustrator or a painter or a ceramicist. Add the basic information. You don't have to put the exact location if you don't want to. I just put general, Austin area, so because everybody knows where that is. If you have a URL or some other portfolio or online, you can also add your social media. In adding social media, I would make sure that whatever you do add, it has everything to do with this creative work that you're putting up in your portfolio, rather than anything personal. Okay. All of mine are having to do with artwork. I have an about section, and there are several sections, and you can fill this kind of thing in. I don't even put the work experience because it's just artwork for this particular portfolio. And then I've added a couple of other sections, which you can add other sections. Okay. And then going back to your profile, okay, you can be contacted here. This little bell here, that's notifications. Some people may, notice your artwork and give you a like. It's actually called an appreciation here. Okay, so the next thing that you need, besides just a few things in your profile, would be to add some work. If you're using this for a midterm portfolio or a final portfolio, you only need a couple of pieces to start with, having to put at least 2 in from that time frame for the portfolio to show you've gotten this started. There are a number of things that you can add in here, and I'm going to let you kind of explore those things, but mainly we need the work and this area is where this will collect. Yours will initially be blank. So you need to be able to share your work. This button, you will go to the project. Now I'm not sure how it looks on the mobile, but it's a similar experience except for you don't hover, you tap on things. We'll add a project. It's pretty intuitive. You'll pick, usually I just pick image and text. There are other things that you can add like video, adding some HTML. Apparently now this is a new thing, the NFTs and 3D. But for now I start with this right here, text. And then we move on to, lastly, the edit the project. I'll show you that in a few minutes. I'll add text. So I'm going to upload a picture of a painting, and I'm going to put the name of the painting and return. I like to put the size, 36 by 40. If you have digital work, you might just put, poster or, whatever is postcard, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what the size so much in digital. Okay, so this is going to be an acrylic on canvas. I've already shot a picture of this, actually a couple of scenarios on it, and I'll be uploading those. So the last thing, and I highly recommend this, every time you put your artwork online, you need to put a copyright notice. So we're going to put, you can put either the word written out, copyright, or the symbol, the circle with the C in it. The year, and then your name. If this is for a business, you put the business name completely written out. After that, we can edit the block of text. You can center within the area, okay? Reorder different parts of the project. And edit the text itself. Of course, it highlights and we can retype in. But you notice that once I've highlighted something, we have or tap on to select something, then we have some controls here for our text. First of all, I want to highlight my heading, and everything's a paragraph to start with. We'll make sure that it's a header. Then everything's paragraph, I'd like that to stay the same. Then I want this to be a caption. Now each of these can be controlled to be a different typeface. It can be a different size. It can be a different color. And bold, italic, underlined, okay, all uppercase. We can change it to center it. I generally leave it to the side, but centering can be something that you want. We can add links, and we'll do that in a minute. Next, I do like to select everything here and make this a little bit lighter gray. You can slide here, okay? So it comes up with a color picker. I happen to know what the combination number is. The hexadecimal number is what they call it for website color usage. And I'll confirm that. I like to match it with all of my entries. It's always the same color. You want consistency. Insert a media. So anytime I hover or go above or below to tap that, I can insert something before or in between. So afterward I want to put the picture, and I already have a place in my computer, and if you're working with mobile, it's going to probably ask you if you can get into your photos, and you want to say okay. And so this is the picture, and it takes a few seconds. Give it a little bit of time to upload. There is also, this stretches all the way across, and you can give it a little breathing room if you like. On the desktop, um, you're basically seeing the detail of it. On a mobile, it'll be, handheld size. Afterwards, though, what I want to do is add another picture, and you'll see this in a moment. This is a mock-up, is what they call it, and I'm going to add another picture. What I've done is I have put the picture, my painting, a picture of my painting on the wall in Photoshop. But you could take a picture of your painting or your artwork in a room, or maybe with you, the artist. Okay, if you're working in digital, you could put a frame around it. I want to give this a little breathing room, so I'm going to put it in so that you can see it all together. People like to see the artwork in a room or a situation. Okay. Lastly, I want to add one more piece of text in here. I actually do have my work as a print on demand at Fine Art America, but maybe you want to direct people to your Facebook or your Instagram, to see your artwork in progress, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go to where that is. Just to save time, I have this up here. The painting has been listed in this way, and so I'm going to pick up the URL from it, copy it, and then I'm going to paste it here, the whole thing, including the HTTPS. But I want this to just be a clickable link that people can view. But so I'm going to highlight this whole thing, this line here, which is they've added this right here, the link. Okay, there's a little link icon, and I'm going to paste that back in, which pastes the entire thing. You do want to open the link in a new tab because you don't want them to go away from your Behance portfolio, whoever is going to see it. Let's click done. And the really nice thing is this is now a live clickable link. Now the text underneath my picture and it is centered, but I also inside the box I want the text to be centered within that block. See, these are little blocks, all of these things. Okay. Last but not least, let's go to the right hand side, the edit project styles. I like to pull things together a little bit. So I'm going to slide the content spacing. This is actually background color. Currently it's white, and we can click on that and we get a color picker, and I can put whatever color I want. But I do actually want white, so I'm going to go back to this is white in the color. They go by hexadecimal website colors. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save it. Next, we want the settings. This is where you put information about your project. And so I generally put the name of my piece. You can put what you want, whatever project you call it. This is a painting. You want to put project tags up. So I like to put, painting, acrylic, on canvas, and let's put urban landscape. Just what it is. That you're able to put up to 10 project tags, put the most important thing first, and fill it all in. For time's sake, I'm going to kind of skip down to tools used. For you using digital, this is ideal because when you put Adobe products or like your Wacom tablet that you used or a Cintiq tablet, it actually puts the company logo icon with it. Here it's a painting, so I used acrylic paint and canvas. And then how would you like to categorize? This is required, and if one of these is up here for you, like illustration, great. But for the arts, for fine arts, you can put drawing, you can put painting, you can put sculpture. So first of all, I do like to put fine arts. This happens to be a painting. So you'll, scroll through this. You can put up to 3. We're done with that. Next, visibility. Yes, for putting this out there as a portfolio, visible to everyone. Private could be you have a client that wants to see this and you don't want anyone else to see it until it's finished. All rights reserved. If you don't know what that means, we can click on this. These are licenses like Creative Commons license, and it will explain what each type is. And you can select. I like all rights reserved. That's basically copyright. You can only use with written permission or the artist. So I'm already done with that. That is already in there. We do want to click on the add co-owners, credits, and more because basic information, we want a description. And so I put a little bit describing the artwork. Somewhere in Michigan. Okay. And then who helped on the project? Well, if it's just yourself, that's fine. Display, we can disable comments if you want. Discoverability, if you're working with a company or a particular brand, or you can put your school, who else worked on this that you want to recognize, such as if someone else photographed part of this and you use their photo, you can credit them. If you're working on a team, you can credit them. Let's click done. And then last thing, don't forget, now the cover picture is a certain format because it's very uniform. And so I need to edit that because I want to bring this down a little bit. Okay, I like to see certain parts. You can always add a different cover picture, like a cropped picture if you wanted. We can, resize it. excuse me, or use the other picture. I'm just going to go ahead, crop, which finishes it out. Lastly, we can save this as a draft to add things later. I'm going to go ahead and publish. You do want to publish this in order for people to see it. Okay, and then lastly, it gives you a location, okay, for you to share with your social media if you wanted to. This is what the project initially looks like. Okay, yeah, it's big, but I have it on a desktop, remember. Now, if I had this, as a mobile, okay, this is more like what it's going to look like. Okay, the mock-up and the clickable link. Okay, wonderful. All right, and so if I go back to my profile here, or you can click here, my Behance profile, it will add this as the cover picture, and people can click on it and appreciate it, learn more about it and whatnot. Okay, so basically for your midterm or your final portfolio, currently we are at midterm, and so you need 2 projects for your course. If you're doing this for yourself, this is a great place to put your artwork for free. It looks uniform, it looks great. Dress it up with a banner picture, like a detail of your artwork. Fill in the rest of this. It's a very professional way to go. And if you have a LinkedIn profile, you can also take the URL for each of these projects and feed it into it so that people can see, not only see your resume information, but they can see projects that you've done. All right, well, good luck, and poke around and explore this. It's fun, it's professional, and everybody needs a good online portfolio that is a creative person.